And welcome back out to King City as we get set for our fourth and final game of the night tonight from the King City basketball tournament. And it's a matchup between the number 2 seed in Maysville Wolverines and the number 3 seed Northeast Nodaway Blue Jays. And again, like to thank our sponsors, help you bring you tonight's broadcast. BTC Bank, Petty John Auto Center, locations in Bethany and Albany. Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany and your Albany Hy-Vee. Dollars Auction Service and Mosaic Medical Center, Albany. Northwest Cell, the Maysville and Northeast Nodaway School Districts. The Printer, a new shopper located in Albany. And Winter Circle Trophies and Awards North, located in Albany. Remember, tonight's pregame brought to you by BTC Bank. BTC Bank, community-minded, just like you. So as we get set for this one, Mike, it's a team for Northeast Nodaway. You were not at the game when they played against Albany, but it was the very first game of the season. Northeast Nodaway was missing a couple of players as they were still playing football at the time. And then Maysville also a game, but really those were two games. Northeast Nodaway played very well against the Warriors. Maysville kind of played down, but of late, Maysville has kind of been hot, especially in the GRC East.
Well, they have. Maybe the caveat to that is may not have played the upper echelon of the GRC East, but yeah, a nice bounce back year for the Wolverines, and it's going to be interesting. This is an interesting game because I've heard a lot about Northeast Nodaway. I've heard a lot about Austin Pride and Ben Boswell. I think they were the two that didn't play against the Warriors in the opening round, and I mean, Austin Pride's an impressive physical specimen at the very least, and you know he can play a little bit too. I don't mean that he can't play basketball because he certainly can, but you wonder what the difference. Warriors came away with a win against Northeast Nodaway at Northeast Nodaway,
yes,
and struggled against the Wolverines at Maysville, although I think it was maybe closer than what the final score indicated. And but the Warriors just couldn't get anything going offensively. But so this is an interesting game. Chance to play for the final. Neither of these teams, I don't think, has been in the final for a few years. In fact,
no.
Northeast Nodaway is fairly new to this tournament, with just in the last year or so. But it's been a long time since I've been around the GRC. It's been a long time since Maysville has been in the finals of maybe any tournament,
yes,
let alone this one. So they've got a lot to play for too.
And if I'm not mistaken, I believe these two teams met over at South Harrison for the championship game as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
That game was actually just played last week Monday.
Well, then I stand corrected but then it hasn't been many. It's been many years since these two teams have played for a final. Let's put it that way.
Here, at least, yes.
Yes.
So we will be back with your BTC Bank pregame when we come back in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Show your school spirit with a BTC Bank school mascot debit card. Choose the card that fits your favorite local school, and you can earn that school extra cash. Available for new accounts or replacement cards for an existing account. Visit one of BTC Bank locations to get your school mascot debit card today, where they can instantly issue your new card. BTC Bank, community-minded just like you. Member FDIC.
Community-minded just like you. BTC Bank.
Have you looked at Petty John Auto Center lately? We're a full-service Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealer. And we're located right here in Bethany and Albany. No matter what you need when it comes to your vehicle, we've got you covered. Factory-certified technicians, OEM and aftermarket parts, and our state-of-the-art body shop, Petty John Collision Center. Plus, vehicle financing options for every budget. So the next time you need anything related to your car, truck, SUV, or van, we're here to help. To schedule service or shop our entire new and used inventory online, visit pettyjohnauto.com. That's pettyjohnauto.com.
Now is your Dollars Auction Service starting lineups.
Maysville, number 11,
again, tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Dollars Auction Service. Contact Dollars Auction Service for all of your auction needs. Make sure to contact Rod of Dollars Auction Service. Starting lineups for both teams for Maysville: Colbin Metzger, Alex Xavier Clark, Zach Heinz, Tanner Evans, Dylan Willis. For Northeast Nodaway, Dylan McIntyre, Zach Pride, Ben Boswell, Colton Swally, and Austin Pride. And doing the opening tip-off here will be McIntyre and Willis. Maysville wears their home white uniforms, maroon lettering outlined in black. Northeast Nodaway wears their home blue, or their road blue uniforms, white lettering outlined in black. And Northeast Nodaway will win the opening tip-off. Zach Pride to bring the ball across midcourt, sends it right wing here for Ben Boswell. Up top now for McIntyre. And they'll get it inside, and knocking it off the glass is Dylan McIntyre for two, as he'll give the Blue Jays the early lead. Again, it was a 52-42 win for Northeast Nodaway over Maysville over at the South Harrison Tournament for the championship last week Monday.
Both teams start out.
Alex Xavier Clark knocks it in from just in front of the left elbow. Colbin Metzger.
Well, Maysville start out man-to-man. They're going to look to press a little bit. 3-on-2 break.
And McIntyre is going to be fouled. Will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws.
Well, McIntyre drew the foul, but the foul knocked the ball right into the hands of Austin Pride for an easy layup.
Yes.
He'll go to the line for a pair.
Dylan Willis called for his first personal. And leaving it short off the front iron that time is McIntyre. Second free throw from McIntyre, also off front iron. Rebound picked up by Maysville. They'll send it in the corner here for Clark. Now up top for Metzger.
Man-to-man both ways.
Evans right wing, up top now for Heinz. Dribbles in, into the corner for Clark, drives baseline, goes off the glass, can't get it to fall in, tipped right back to Clark, goes back again can't get it to fall, another rebound picked up by Maysville's Evans. And the shot that time for Metzger hits off back iron this time. Pulling in the rebound will be Northeast Nodaway. And driving and laying it off the glass, Ben Boswell.
Just a good hard step through and a strong finish for that layup. I thought Maysville had a pretty good angle to stop that.
Heinz 3 rolls out. Rebound is picked up by McIntyre. Swally will get it over to the right wing here for Zach Pride. Into the corner. Back up again now for McIntyre. Left wing for Pride, for Austin Pride. Colton Swally up for McIntyre, drives in, lays it off the glass, nice and easy for 2. 6-2, Northeast Nodaway with the lead over Maysville. 5:40 left to play here in the first quarter in this championship semifinal here from the King City tournament.
That last trip down for Northeast Nodaway is a classic example of why you be patient and make the defense move. And when McIntyre got the ball at the high post and one strong dribble, there's no help to get to him to stop him.
Metzger missed off the front iron. Rebound picked up that time by Willis, and he'll be fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. As the foul going to be called against Austin Pride, his first, team's first. And Willis able to sink the first free throw.
And my apologies, having not seen either of these teams play. It's going to take me a moment to get familiar with some of the names.
And the second one good as well here from Willis. 6-4, it's a 2-point lead in favor of the Blue Jays. McIntyre sends it to Austin Pride, off the glass, can't get it to go, but right behind him is McIntyre for the tip in.
Good hustle, lead the break, finish with an offensive rebound, put back. McIntyre's been impressive early on in this game.
Well, trying to get it into the block, and being called for the travel there is going to be the sophomore Tanner Evans.
Had he not traveled, I think that shot was blocked anyway.
Quickly up to Colton Swally from Boswell. Back to Boswell, top of the key. They'll get it into Austin Pride. And he'll leave that one just long off the glass. Rebound made by Heinz. And then quickly up for Metzger. Gets it to fall in for two. Quickly back in transition. A foul going to be called here against Maysville. Northeast Nodaway really wanting to try and set the tempo here.
Well,
as Heinz going to be called for his first team second.
Both teams getting up and down pretty good.
Yes.
There's a little different style than what we've been accustomed to seeing from some other boys' teams in this tournament.
And they'll try and get it to McIntyre inside the paint. He'll lay it off the glass for two.
I believe
Give
he's got 8 out of the 10.
8 of the 10.
Yep.
Xavier Clark with it in the corner, up top for Heinz. Leaves it for Metzger, for Willis. Tanner Evans gives it to Xavier Clark, drives baseline, back out now for Willis, now for Heinz right wing. Heinz dribbles in and will be fouled. Will go to line to shoot two. Foul is going to be called here against Zach Pride. And that is going to be his first, team second. Caden Gabbard ready to check in here for Maysville.
Don't think Pride thought so, but the shot looked like it was definitely altered.
And Lane Dack will check in here for Zach Pride. And hitting the second free throw there is Zach Heinz. 10-8 is the lead here for Northeast Nodaway. 3:45 left to play in the first quarter. Dack with it up at the top of the key here for the Blue Jays. Gets it for Ben Boswell, drives in, leaves it off for Austin Pride on the block for two.
Nice dish from Boswell.
Xavier Clark drives in and will be fouled. Will go to line to shoot two free throws. Foul's going to go against Austin Pride. That's going to be his second, team's third. And getting the first one to roll off the front iron is Clark. Pride will check out as Zach Pride will check back in here for the Blue Jays. And Xavier Clark able to hit the second. Stays a 2-point Blue Jay lead. Boswell gets it now for Swally, and Swally going to be fouled. I believe they're going to give him the shooting foul here. Or are they going to call it on the floor? I think they're going to talk about it and decide. They are going to call it here on the floor.
Yeah, I think that was, I thought, the only call they could make. Maybe they're just looking to see, well, I don't know what the discussion was, to be honest.
McIntyre's shot fading away, rolls off iron.
Thought he might have gotten a little push down low.
Heinz going to try and get it to Clark, but his foot on the end line out of bounds. 3:15 to play in the first quarter. It's a 12-10 Blue Jay lead. Dylan McIntyre brings it across, sends it right wing. This time for Zach Pride, now for Swally right wing. Up for Boswell. Drives in, goes off glass, can't get it to fall in. Rebound picked up that time by Caden Gabbard. Gabbard to Clark, and now for Metzger in the corner. Heinz from three, right wing, drains it. Now Maysville takes a 13-12 lead as a foul going to be called here against Xavier Clark. That'll be his first, team's third. Lane Dack gave it that time for McIntyre, looking for Boswell, who was not expecting the pass, but it's tipped out of bounds off of Maysville.
Well, I think McIntyre was expecting Boswell to keep cutting down the lane. Boswell's trying to clear to the other side.
Boswell spins around, puts it off the glass for two. 14-13, Blue Jays with a 1-point lead. 2:23 left to play here in the opening quarter. Gabbard, top of the key, leaves it for Hines. Into the corner, Metzger drives inside the paint, back out for Clark. And for Hines, right wing. 15-footer can't get it to fall. Rebound made by the Blue Jays. And this one going to go out of bounds here off of Maysville. Checking in now for Maysville is going to be Brock Wyndham.
Got some freshmen seeing some meaningful time here in the early going for the Wolverines.
Boswell from the baseline, off iron. Rebound made this time here by Dylan Willis. Boswell keeps it in play. Swally comes away with it. Leaving it off on the weak side, or on the block, and Lane Dack will put it up off the glass for two.
Really been impressed by both teams passing here in the early going.
Getting it inside to Willis. He'll go off the block. As he knocks in and off the glass, 16-15 stolen away by Clark. Spins, blocked away by McIntyre. Clark will come back away with it. Metzger right wing, 1:15 left to play in the first quarter. Clark with it in the corner as it knocked out of his hands, out of bounds. Wyndham will inbound here for the Wolverines. Up top for Clark. Into the corner for Metzger with 1:05 to play here in the first quarter.
He's got a pretty good mismatch on the low block. Didn't look at it.
And they're going to get a travel called here against Metzger. 1:02 left to play in the first quarter. Zach Pride brings it across midcourt here for the Blue Jays. Up top now for Boswell. Right wing for Lane Dack underneath 50 seconds. Boswell to McIntyre, left wing again for Zach Pride. And trying to get it to Swally on the baseline, knocked away. Swally able to come away with it. Ben Boswell in front of the free throw line, drains it. 18-15, a 3-point Blue Jay lead, underneath 30 left to play here in the opening quarter. Alex Xavier Clark, right wing, bringing it up top. Grabbed by Gabbard, brings it inside. Willis goes up, and he is going to be fouled, but they're going to call it on the floor with 18.4. Foul this time is going to go against Dylan McIntyre. That's going to be his first, team's fourth. So Caden Gabbard will inbounds. Brings it in for Wyndham on the block. Too hard off the glass. McIntyre comes away with the rebound. And then quickly back in transition is going to be Ben Boswell. And then Metzger trying to go coast to coast a little too hard. Wyndham with the rebound. Goes up, can't get it to fall. Another rebound. That time not able to get it off before the shot goes. 20-15, Northeast Nodaway with the lead here after this high-flying first quarter. We're back to start the second when we come back in a moment.
Whether you are hungry for a burger, steak, fish, Mexican, or fresh salad bar, Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany has it all. Papa's is family-friendly with a playroom for the kids so the grown-ups can enjoy their meal. Make sure you leave room for dessert because you shouldn't leave without trying some of Christie's homemade pies, cookies, or other goodies. For a delicious meal at a great price and an even better atmosphere, you have to head to Papa's Family Restaurant on 136 in Albany.
Are you getting ready to move and need to sell your things or even your house? Don't fear, Dollars Auction Service can help with estate or consignment auctions. Give Rod Dollars a call at Dollars Auction Service to set up an auction today at 660-254-2548 or 660-783-2548. Check out Dollars Auction Service current auctions at showmemoreauctions.com.
After one quarter of play, Northeast Nodaway with a 20-15 lead. Maysville with the basketball to start out this second quarter of play. Hines will bring it across midcourt here for the Wolverines. Into the corner for Clark. Hines again from three, right wing. Rims out. McIntyre quickly with a rebound. Quickly up for Swally on the block, trying to leave it off for Dak. Stolen away here by Maysville. Metzger trying to go coast to coast. No call. And I think that was a good no call on that one as well.
I thought Swally passed up a pretty good shot.
Boswell dribbles in and is going to get the bucket and the foul.
Well, I mentioned earlier that Boswell didn't play, and you said it was McIntyre.
Yes, Dylan
didn't
McIntyre.
play.
He actually made a couple of big plays for the Worth County Tigers in the championship game.
Well, I'm really impressed with the Blue Jays' fast break. They really get out and go, and they finish and pass well out of it, too.
23-15, 7:20 left to play here in the second quarter.
I just, not that Maysville can't do it, but I just think Maysville's making a mistake by trying to get up and down with them.
And being fouled there is Trey Hall. And picking up the foul is going to be Lane Dack. That'll be his first, team's fifth.
Maysville playing some youngsters here, too.
And that is one of the differences in these two lineups. Northeast Nodaway kind of more upperclassmen laden, where Maysville, a lot of young kids on their roster. Right wing for Metzger into the corner now for Trey Hall. They'll get it to Hall on the block, goes up. And I think he was a little confused at how open he was when he originally got it.
That's what we've talked about before. Sometimes the toughest shot to take is the one when you're absolutely wide open.
Swally will send it across court now for Zach Pride. Right wing for Dak, inside for McIntyre, spins, puts it up off glass, ricochets out, rebound made by the Wolverines. Metzger up top now for Willis, for Gabbard, right wing Heinz. And now Metzger open three, hits off back iron, rebound made by McIntyre, quickly gets it out for Swally. And he is going to be fouled, will go to line to shoot 2 free throws. Foul's going to go against Heinz. That'll be his second. Team sixth here. Or sorry, that'll be Heinz's third. Team sixth. Checking in will be Christopher Gabbard as well as Alex Xavier Clark. Swally hits the first free throw. And the second free throw from Swally is good. 25-15, it's a 10-point lead here in favor of Northeast Nodaway over Maysville. 5:55 left to play in the second quarter. And the pass that time to Christopher Gabbard is over his head out of bounds.
Those are the ones that drive you crazy, that just pretty much unforced, not really a contested pass.
And that pass tipped as it goes to Alex Xavier Clark. Can't get the shot to fall. Rebound made here by Metzger. Willis to Gabbard into the corner again for Metzger. Up top for Clark. Right wing, Christopher Gabbard. Metzger drives in, back out to Christopher Gabbard, right wing. Now he'll drive into the paint. Puts it up off the glass, and they're going to get an offensive foul here against Gabbard. That's going to be his first. And the team seventh, which will put Northeast Nodaway in the bonus here from here on out. And Austin Pride will check back in after picking up his second foul early in the first quarter. Checks back in with 5:15 left in the second quarter. Dak up for Boswell, up now for Zach Pride. McIntyre left wing for Zach Pride. For Austin Pride, top of the key inside for McIntyre, has it swatted away. Austin Pride able to gather it. I believe they missed Dak there on the block. But they'll get it back up top again for Zach Pride. Now Ben Boswell drives in, leaves it off for McIntyre, but a blocking foul going to be called against Maysville. Foul's going to go against Dylan Willis. That'll be his second, team's 8th. And Tanner Evans will check in. And checking out will be Willis as Tanner Evans checks back in.
Well, by the letter of the law, it probably was a block. But I'm sure Northeast Nodaway would rather have had the layup.
Especially as Boswell misses on the front end of the 1-and-1. Xavier Clark in the corner for Evans left wing.
Maysville's hit a cold spell here in the early going. They really need one. That might be it.
Leaves that one just short as Evans. McIntyre with a rebound.
And they've had some pretty good looks. I mean, they had some shots around the basket that just couldn't drop.
Lane Dak drives into the paint, leaves it off for Pride on the baseline. He'll send it back out to Zach Pride. And now to McIntyre on the baseline. Puts it off glass for 2.
Really good passing by the Blue Jays.
Christopher Gabbard inside for Clark. Back out Tanner Evans from the free throw line. Hits it off back iron. Christopher Gabbard with the rebound. Back out to Evans. This time he drives in but loses it. And it's picked up by Christopher Gabbard on the weak Evans baseline. This time gets it to fall in. And they're going to get a foul here against Coben Metzger. That's going to be his second. Team's 9th. Zach Pride at the line for the 1-and-1. Colton Swally will come in if he can hit both free throws here. And he'll sink the first. Brock Wyndham will check in here for Christopher Gabbard. And that one for Zach Pride rolls out. Brock Wyndham. Over for Metzger, right wing. And that one going to be tipped out of bounds off the hands of Dak. So Zach Pride will check out. Checking in for him will be Colton Swally. Metzger trying to feed it inside and not able to get it to go off the glass is Trey Hall. And then McIntyre quickly in transition, kisses it off the glass. McIntyre with 12 points. His team leads 30-17. Just underneath 3 minutes left to play in the second quarter.
You know, he's been the recipient, but Boswell is the one that really makes that fast break go.
Yes.
And Swally too, but Boswell's really been good at it. Got that little extra gear with the basketball.
Yes. Boswell dribbles in, leaves it off for Austin Pride. Goes up and under and lays it in off the glass on the reverse layup. 32-19, Northeast Nodaway with the lead here over Maysville. They'll feed it inside to Evans, and he will be fouled and will go to the line to shoot 2. And they're going to get the foul this time against Lane Dak, his second.
And if you're Dak, you got to challenge it.
Yeah. Hall will miss on the first. Checking back in will be Caden Gabbard as he'll check in here for Alex Xavier Clark. Second free throw attempt from Hall, no good. Tipped around, rolling around the floor. Still on the floor as Hall will pick it up at the top of the key.
That's the second or third time we've seen Swally take a full-length dive after a loose ball.
Evans will send it in the corner here for Wyndham. Wyndham's little fadeaway, can't get it to fall. McIntyre with the rebound. Boswell for Dak.
We'll go a little four-corner action here, maybe.
Boswell to baseline for McIntyre. And blocked away by Evans. By Hall. Evans comes away with it. Metzger up for Evans for Wyndham. Into the corner here for Caden Gabbard. Evans with it in the corner. For Hall. 1:05 left to play in the second quarter. 32-19. Northeast Nodaway with the lead. Wyndham drives baseline. Trying to send it in the corner for Metzger. Up top for Evans. Now Evans drives. Goes up. Gets the bucket and the foul.
Nice finish. Nice strong finish by Evans.
Foul will go against Dylan McIntyre. Hits his second. Team seventh. The shot from Evans goes off back iron. Boswell up for Swally, now into the corner for Austin Pride. 40 seconds left here in the second quarter. McIntyre with it up at the top of the key. Leaves it for Dak. Now through the hands of Swally as he's able to pick it up in front of the bench of Maysville.
I think I want the ball in either Boswell or McIntyre's hands here as we get down to the end.
Swally drives in, leaves it for Austin Pride up at the top of the key, back for Boswell. 13 seconds. Boswell, top of the key. Gets it to Swally for Austin Pride. For McIntyre. Swally left wing. For Boswell, top of the key from three. Drains it.
Boy, that's a killer. That's really well done.
14 points for Ben Boswell as he hits the three before the buzzer. And it's a 14-point Northeast Nodaway lead, 35-21 as we go to the half. Remember, your halftime brought to you by Albany Hy-Vee. Find everything on your grocery list and a smile in the aisles at your Albany Hy-Vee. We're back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Your hometown Albany Hy-Vee is your sporting snack headquarters for all of your favorite sports. If you want to bring the smells of the games to your living room, your Albany Hy-Vee has you covered. So make a big play by getting all of your sports snack favorites before the next big play happens at your local Albany Hy-Vee.
Where there's a helpless smile in every eye. Shop Hy-Vee.
As Mosaic continues to respond to the COVID-19 pandemic, they are committed to staying connected. Whether you need a routine checkup or to be seen for an illness, Mosaic has virtual options available. The highly trained nurses are also ready to help you when you need them via the 24/7 community nurse line. Plus, the My Mosaic portal website and app are available for messaging your care team and accessing health information. Please visit mymlc.com/stayconnected to learn more. Now more than ever, Mosaic is here with you and here for you.
Northwest Cell, your local cell phone provider, is a proud supporter of all local schools. Northwest Cell has authorized agents located in Albany, Grant City, Maryville, Mound City, Oregon, Rockport, Stanberry, and Tarkio. Stop in at any of Northwest Cell's authorized agents or visit nwmcell.com to learn about their FlexPay unlimited data plans or any of this month's hot deals.
The Maysville R1 School District Board, teachers, and staff are proud of the work that the Maysville Wolverine students put into their studies and extracurricular activities. The time and effort that the students at the Maysville R1 School District put in can be matched by no other. The Maysville R1 School District wants the Maysville community to get behind their Wolverines and cheer them on to success this academic year.
The board members, staff, teachers, and community members of the Northeast Nodaway School District in Ravenwood are proud of their Blue Jays. The Northeast Nodaway Blue Jays use the hard work and perseverance that they learn in the classroom and apply it to their extracurricular activities. The Northeast Nodaway School District continuing to do what is best for students every day in everything they do. Northeast Nodaway School District wants to wish the Blue Jays the best of luck this school year.
And welcome back out again here to King City, where again it's a lead of 35-21 for Northeast Nodaway over Maysville. I'd like to thank our sponsors, BTC Bank, Petty John Auto Center locations in Bethany and Albany, Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany, and your Albany Hy-Vee. Dollars Auction Service, as well as Mosaic Medical Center Albany and Northwest Cell. The Maysville and Northeast Nodaway School Districts, Printery and New Shopper located in Albany, and Winter Circle Trophies and Awards North located in Albany. Northeast Nodaway at the moment led in scoring by Ben Boswell with 14 points, 12 points for Dylan McIntyre, 4 points for Austin Pride, 2 points for Colton Swally and Lane Dack, 1 point for Zach Pride. Northeast Nodaway shooting 15 for 22 so far from the field, 1 for 1 from behind the three-point arc, 4 for 8 from the free throw line. For Maysville, they're led in scoring at the moment by Zach Hines with 4 points, and then Tanner Evans, as well as Dylan Willis, Alexavier Clark, and Colton Metzger, all with 4 points. They are unofficially shooting 7 for 26 from the field, 1 for 5 from the three-point arc, 6 for 9 from the free throw line.
Well, the 15 for 22 for Northeast
Not
Nodaway.
bad when you're shooting over 68% from the field.
Well, and 1 for 1 from the three-point line. That last possession was really impressive. They had the ball with 50-some seconds left, ran it to perfection, ended up with the ball in the hands. They had
McIntyre and Boswell.
They had Austin Pride break into the low block. That was one option. The other was Ben Boswell at the top of the key and had a wide open look at a three and drained it. And, man, that's just, you couldn't write it up any better than that if you're a coaching staff. But 15 for 22, and I don't know how many of those came from outside of 15 feet.
Yeah.
There were an awful lot of layups in there, an awful lot of fast break layups. That's been the Northeast Nodaway's really just kind of run them off the court. Doesn't mean that Maysville's not trying to compete. I don't mean that at all, because they certainly are. They've had some looks, but I just think that Northeast Nodaway's speed has been too much for them here in the first half.
Well, and with that as well, you talked about how devastating that of a shot that was. He hit the three-pointer. Then Northeast Nodaway will get the ball back to start off the second half, which is the real killer along with it. I said right now they lead 14. Again, these two teams met for a championship trophy just a week ago on Monday, and it was a 10-point victory in favor of Northeast Nodaway. Maysville, would like some redemption, but Northeast Nodaway really started to pull away in the second quarter.
It doesn't mean that Northeast will play the same way they did the first half, or that Maysville will either. That doesn't mean either one of those things. But if I was a guessing person, I would guess not only does Northeast get the ball to start the second half, but they'll have a set play coming out to try to get themselves a really good shot. And, and also with Maysville, too, I thought they came out and played really well to start the game and then kind of hit the wall a little bit. They're playing a lot of young kids.
Yes.
They're playing 2 and 3 freshmen quite a bit. 3 sophomores, I believe, have also seen a lot of time. And, that's one of the things, no matter how good they are, they're still freshmen and sophomores, and they'll play really well for stretches and then maybe struggle a little bit for stretches. That's just part of the factor of youth.
Yes.
And, it's very seldom that you see a kid come in like a Tony Osborne up at Mound City, where as a freshman he's a dominant player. And I've really been impressed with Maysville's young kids. They've done a lot of nice things. Heights has hit some big shots. Looks like a good three-point shooter. Same thing with Clark. I think he's been impressive. And but I'll tell you, the passing and the speed of Northeast Nodaway has really been what's led to this 14-point lead at halftime.
Yes. And we'll be back with more of your Albany Hy-Vee halftime as we get ready to start the second quarter when we return in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North in Albany is your hometown trophy and award shop. Winner's Circle North makes all kinds of trophies for sports, car shows, livestock shows, baby shows, and more. Winner's Circle North also does plaques of all sizes and kinds. Want something unique? Winner's Circle North has you covered with sublimation gifts and acrylic awards. To order your trophies, awards, or one-of-a-kind items, call Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North at 816-632-5599 or find them on Facebook at Winner's Circle North. The Printery in Albany can do all of your printing. They do business cards, envelopes, brochures, books, calendars, posters, magnetic signs, banners, and everything in between. Come visit Perry and Susan at the Printery in Albany, where they have your printing covered. Call the Printery today at 660-726-5234. That's 660-726-5234 for fair and honest pricing, because to us, you're family.
Trying to sell your old car? Looking for some much-needed help on the farm? Wanting to grow your customer base? The New Shopper in Albany prints 9,000 copies each week that are delivered to every Gentry and Worth County deliverable addresses and the surrounding area free of charge. Give Perry and Susan a call at 660-726-5234 at the New Shopper in Albany to have your ad sent directly to your customers.
Thank you for watching tonight's Albany TV broadcast. Don't forget to turn on your Facebook notifications to never miss out on a broadcast like this one. If you would like to be a part of our broadcast, give Jared Rolbus a call at 660-254-4800. If you have something in mind that we should broadcast or have any comments about tonight's game, you can also message us on Facebook. Thank you again for watching.
Your hometown Albany Hy-Vee is your sporting snack headquarters for all of your favorite sports. If you want to bring the smells of the games to your living room, your Albany Hy-Vee has you covered. So make a big play by getting all of your sports snack favorites before the next big play happens at your local Albany Hy-Vee.
Where there's a helpless smile in every eye. Shop Hy-Vee.
And welcome back out again here to King City as we get ready to start second half action. 35-21 Northeast Nodaway with the lead. They'll also start out with the basketball. Remember, your halftime tonight on Albany TV was brought to you by your Albany Hy-Vee. Find everything on your grocery list and a smile in every aisle at your Albany Hy-Vee. As we get started again, Northeast Nodaway will have the basketball and the lead. They will start out there with their 5 starters, as well will Maysville.
You know, they did a lot of that. Northeast Nodaway did a lot of that damage with Austin Pride on the bench with foul trouble, too.
Up top for McIntyre, over the left wing. Here for Zach Pride, and then over to the right wing for Swalling. Up for McIntyre, back for Boswell. From the free throw line, leaves it for McIntyre, and the block gets the bucket and the foul.
I'll tell you what, for as impressive as McIntyre has been as a former point guard, you really appreciate what Boswell does.
Yes. Foul the second against Alex Xavier Clark. As missing on the free throw that time was McIntyre to try and finish off the three-point play. Evans with the top of the key, left wing here for Metzger into the corner for Heinz. Driving in Evans. Out for Clark. Clark, the lone senior, out there for Maysville as Zach Heinz. Sorry, he's the other senior. The two seniors, Clark and Heinz is able to hit one from behind the arc. He's got 8 points here in the ball game.
That's a couple for him in this game.
It's his second as they get it into Pride. Back out to Boswell, up over to Swally, left wing. Austin Pride, top of the key, sending it inside for McIntyre. Swally will bring it up to the top of the key as Northeast Nodaway will restart their offense. 1.5 gone here in the third quarter. 37-24 is the lead in favor of Northeast Nodaway. Clark tried coming away with the steal, kept in play by McIntyre, and then Swally will bring it back out and then stolen away on the full court pass by Metzger. Metzger in the corner up top for Evans, just in front of the three-point line, knocks it in.
A good start by the Wolverines here to start the second half.
And Evans again will come away with the steal, puts up the shot, can't get it to fall. Clark on the putback, no good. And that's going to be tipped out quickly for Zach Pride, for Austin Pride off the glass for two.
Really tough break, though, for the Wolverines because they had a chance to really cut into that lead.
And a quick timeout called here by Maysville. Petty John Auto Center timeout. Check out Petty John Auto Center Facebook or online at pettyjohnauto.com.
Whether you are hungry for a burger, steak, fish, Mexican, or fresh salad bar, Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany has it all. Papa's is family friendly with a playroom for the kids so the grown-ups can enjoy their meal. Make sure you leave room for dessert because you shouldn't leave without trying some of Christie's homemade pies, cookies, or other goodies. For a delicious meal at a great price and an even better atmosphere, you have to head to Papa's Family Restaurant on 136 in Albany.
.542 left to play here in the third quarter. 39-26, Northeast Nodaway with the lead. Maysville with the basketball. Hines to bring the ball across midcourt here for the Wolverines. Clark trying to get it into Evans on the block, and he is going to be fouled here by Austin Pride, who will pick up his third.
I don't think Pride liked it, but there's a lot of body contact.
Yes. Ready to check in will be Lane Dack. Tanner Evans will sink the first free throw. So Austin Pride will check out as Lane Dack will check back in.
Evans had a good start to this half.
Bringing the ball across midcourt will be Zach Pride into the corner for Swally. Up for Lane Dack. Drives, sends it back out for Pride. Inside for McIntyre, spins and puts up the shot for two.
And Pride, I don't know if he's a three-point shooter, but he had a wide open three, went inside to get a better one. You think teammates don't like that? They love that stuff.
Yeah. Hines will get it to Evans on the baseline. Clark over for Metzger, right wing. Up top for Hines, left wing. Driving baseline, can't quite get it to fall as Clark coming away with it as Swally, and he is going to be fouled by Metzger.
I think Metzger thought Swally was going to make a pass and got in the air and came just right underneath him. Looked like it was going to be bad, though.
Yeah. Metzger checks out now. Is checking in for him is going to be Caden Gabbard, as that'll be the third against Metzger. Already the second here this half. 4:43 left to play in the third quarter. Swally for Boswell. Over for Lane Dack. Zach Pride, right wing. Swally gets it down for Boswell in the side of the paint, waits for the defender to go by, and then knocks it off the glass for two.
Good presence to realize what he had around him.
Caden Gabbard to Evans, baseline. And he'll knock in another from about 12 feet away.
8 points or so for him to start this second half.
He's got 6 here, but it does have a steal and missed one off the steal. Dak leaves it for Boswell, drives in, goes off glass, and is soft and easy around the basket as he lays it in and keeps a 15-point lead here for Northeast Nodaway, 45-30. 3:45 left to play in the third quarter. Heinz left wing three. His third of the night as he drains it.
He and Evans are keeping them close, or keeping them within striking distance. I don't know if it's close yet.
McIntyre drives in, little Euro step, and maneuvers around a couple of Wolverine defenders and lays it off the glass. Heinz for Clark, right wing. Heinz again from three. That time went to the well a little too often. Willis with the rebound, though, puts it up and in for two.
Now we're just kind of trading baskets.
47-35, Northeast Nodaway with a 12-point lead. Underneath 3 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Zach Pry gets it to Boswell on the block, spins around, leaves that one short. Rebound made by Willis. Clark drives in, kind of lost it, but was able to regain it and knock it in for two.
Been entertaining. If you like it up and down and shoot it quick, this is your game.
47-37.
Good pace to the game. Really
Yes.
nice pace to it.
And Boswell going to be fouled from behind by Caden Gabbard. Heinz and Evans will both check out here for Maysville. As Wyndham and Metzger check back in. Clark comes away with the steal. Sends it out, picked up by Metzger. Leaving it for Wyndham and now for Gabbard. Tipped. Wyndham's not able to hold on to it. Boswell takes it with his left hand off the glass for two. Maysville had an opportunity to cut it within the single digits, but a steal and an easy layup by Boswell put it back at 12.
Northeast
To Wyndham, and a foul going to be called here against Wyndham.
Northeast Nodaway has gone to a 2-3 zone here the last couple of trips. And
That'll be the first against Brock Wyndham.
you know, I know that got called against Wyndham. That I don't know. I don't know if it was Pride or Swally that went down, but I thought he slipped more than there was a lot of contact there. I don't mean that he was flopping or trying to draw it. Just wasn't a lot of contact.
Into the corner for Swally. He'll bring it back to the wing. Up for McIntyre. Trying to bring it into Boswell. Knocked away. Boswell in the corner. Swally back for Boswell. Right wing for Delane Dak. Up to McIntyre. Trying to feed it inside to Boswell. Stolen away here by Alex Xavier Clark. Tries to take it himself too hard. And right there to put it back in is Caden Gabbard. Back to a 10-point ball game. 47 seconds left to play here in the third. Boswell dribbles in, leaves it back out for Swally. Barring a jump ball, it'll be Maysville basketball to start the fourth quarter as Boswell with it up at the top of the key. Dribbles in into the corner for Pride. Back up for Swally.
And again, look for you get around the 12 second mark. They either go into a play or they get the ball in the hands of Boswell or McIntyre.
Zach Pride for McIntyre, 10 seconds. Up for Swally. Again, Boswell, top of the key. This time fakes. Puts up a shot from inside the three-point arc. Misses off the mark to the right. Metzger, half-court shot. Off the backboard, no good. So, after three quarters, it's a 10-point ball game, 49-39. We're back to start the fourth when we come back in a moment here on Albany TV.
As Mosaic continues to respond to the COVID-19 pandemic, they are committed to staying connected. Whether you need a routine checkup or to be seen for an illness, Mosaic has virtual options available. The highly trained nurses are also ready to help you when you need them via the 24/7 community nurse line. Plus, the My Mosaic Portal website and app are available for messaging your care team and accessing health information. Please visit mymlc.com/stay connected to learn more. Now more than ever, Mosaic is here with you and here for you.
The Maysville R1 School District Board, teachers, and staff are proud of the work that the Maysville Wolverine students put into their studies and extracurricular activities. The time and effort that the students at the Maysville R1 School District put in can be matched by no other. The Maysville R1 School District wants the Maysville community to get behind their Wolverines and cheer them on to success this academic year.
Maysville basketball, as we start the fourth quarter, they trail by 10. Remember, these two teams met the South Harrison Championship game 52-42. It's 49-39 after three quarters.
Well, Evans and Heinz both had a good first half, or a good start to this half.
Clark from the corner from three. Hits off inside iron. Austin Pride comes away with the rebound. And Dylan McIntyre, fast break, and lays it off the glass for two. Evans leaves that one just short as Boswell comes away with it. Quickly gets it out to McIntyre again. And again, lays it off the glass for two, and another timeout going to be called, this time by Maysville again. 53-39, Northeast Nodaway leads. 40 seconds here into the fourth quarter. We're back after this Petty John Auto Center timeout. Check out Petty John Auto Center on Facebook or online at pettyjohnauto.com.
Northwest Cell, your local cell phone provider, is a proud supporter of all local schools. Northwest Cell has authorized agents located in Albany, Grant City, Maryville, Mound City, Oregon, Rockport, Stanberry, and Tarkio. Stop in at any of Northwest Cell's authorized agents or visit nwmcell.com to learn about their FlexPay unlimited data plans or any of this month's hot deals.
53-39, 7:20 left to play here in this ball game.
Well, it went from 14 to 10 and two fast break baskets, and all of a sudden it's back to a 14-point lead again. Good timeout called by Coach McMillan. I've been impressed with the job both these coaches have done with their team.
Yes. Metzger drives in the paint, lays the floater in for two.
Maysville's got a lot to look forward to down the road. You always put the caveat, if those kids continue to develop.
Yes.
Playing a lot of freshmen and sophomores.
Boswell trying to hand it around a couple of Wolverines to Dylan McIntyre, not able to get the pass to go. Metzger loses it, trying to get it to Evans on the weak side block. Evans goes up strong and puts it off the glass for two. Tanner Evans with 12 points now in the ball game. 53-43. Point more for each team than what the final score was last week Monday. And a foul going to be called here against Lane Dack.
Come on now.
That'll be his third.
It's not much there, Coacher.
That's his third, team second.
I'm sure Maysville will take it.
Yeah.
And they were victimized by a couple of those in the first half, too.
And now a foul going to be called here against Swally on the opposite end as well. That'll be the first against Swally, team's third. Heinz left wing, right wing for Clark. Heinz top of the key. Left wing for Metzger. Heinz from three. That time leaves it short as Austin Pride comes away with the rebound.
No, but good. That's a good possession still. They got the shot they wanted and the person they wanted to have shoot it. Just didn't get it to go, and that's that you can live with. It's the bad decisions you don't like, and
Yes.
that was a good possession.
And after hitting the first 3 from behind the arc for Heinz, he's missed the last 2 as Swally misses on the drive, and Austin Pride unable to bring in the rebound. Metzger will dribble in, puts up a shot from in the paint, has it blocked by Austin Pride, and then Evans' shot blocked, and it's going to go out of bounds here off of Northeast Nodaway. So Heinz will inbounds. 5 minutes left to play here in the ball game. 53-43. It's a 10-point lead for the Blue Jays. Metzger drives in, and it's going to be knocked out of his hands, but out of bounds here off of Maysville.
Pretty good take. I wondered if he got control of that, what he was going to do with it.
Boswell gets it to Dak, who quickly brings it across midcourt. Trying to feed it down onto Austin Pride on the block, knocked away by Evans. And then Heinz takes it hard to the glass and goes a little too strong. Lane Dak quickly back in transition. Metzger kind of got in the way. McIntyre not able to get the tip in. Boswell. And then stolen away here by Clark.
Good hustle play by Clark.
And then Metzger knocks it in.
A little pressure. More token than anything else. They try to deny the ball inbounds and then just make you take your time getting it up the court.
Timeout called here by Northeast Nodaway. We're within 8 points here. 53-45. Northeast Nodaway leads. 4:05 left in the fourth quarter. We're back with more in a moment on Albany TV.
The board members, staff, teachers, and community members of the Northeast Nodaway School District in Ravenwood are proud of their Blue Jays. The Northeast Nodaway Blue Jays use the hard work and perseverance that they learn in the classroom and apply it to their extracurricular activities. The Northeast Nodaway School District continuing to do what is best for students every day in everything they do. Northeast Nodaway School District wants to wish the Blue Jays the best of luck this school year. Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North in Albany is your hometown trophy and award shop. Winner's Circle North makes all kinds of trophies for sports, car shows, livestock shows, baby shows, and more. Winner's Circle North also does plaques of all sizes and kinds. Want something unique? Winner's Circle North has you covered with sublimation gifts and acrylic awards. To order your trophies, awards, or one-of-a-kind items, call Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North at 816-632-5599 or find them on Facebook at Winner's Circle North.
And welcome back after the Petty John Auto Center timeout. It's Northeast Nodaway basketball, 53-45. Blue Jays with the lead, 4:05 left to play here in the ball game.
Well, one adjustment that Maysville have made at halftime, I think, is now when, the great interior passing we saw from the Blue Jays in the first half, now when they drive and they get in the basket or get in the lane, Maysville is really collapsing everybody down inside. And some of that interior passing not there.
And then the pass out to Swally as he'll knock it down from behind the arc. And that's exactly how you'll get him out from doing that.
And a good reaction by Boswell. That time drove and kicked it. They collapsed. He kicks it back out and got a wide open three-pointer.
So Evans misses and then a foul here on the rebound.
So good adjustments by both coaches here.
Yes.
Thought Coach McMillan made a great adjustment defensively. And now we got Coach Jackson comes back and makes a good adjustment offensively to counteract it.
Up top for Heinz. Into the corner for Metzger.
And if he didn't, Boswell sure did.
Yeah. Metzger from 3, drains it. Again, 8-point ball game, 56-48, 3:05 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Boswell into the corner for Swally, back again for Boswell. For Lane Dak, who loses it, picked up by Heinz. Takes it himself to the glass. Mrs. Willis can't get it to go as Austin Pride comes away with the rebound.
Thought Willis might have had his pocket picked when he brought the ball down. Be almost shocked if we didn't see something to McIntyre here. It's been a while since he touched it.
As you say that, he puts it off the glass. Just a little hard of an angle as he can't get it to fall. And Clark again, Metzger again from behind the arc, drains it from the corner. Puts it down to a 5-point ball game, 56-51, 2:15 left to play in the fourth. And a timeout going to be called here by the Blue Jays. We're back after this Petty John Auto Center timeout. Check out Petty John Auto Center on Facebook or online at pettyjohnauto.com.
The Printery in Albany can do all of your printing. They do business cards, envelopes, brochures, books, calendars, posters, magnetic signs, banners, and everything in between. Come visit Perry and Susan at the Printery in Albany, where they have your printing covered. Call the Printery today at 660-726-5234. That's 660-726-5234 for fair and honest pricing, because to us, your family.
Welcome back out again here to King City. It's a 5-point ball game in favor of Northeast Nodaway. 2:14 left to play here in the fourth quarter, 56-51.
And I think Maysville can really afford to be aggressive here. They got 4 fouls, 2:14 left. It doesn't mean you got a foul to put them on the line yet, but foul so that when you're ready to foul and put them on the line, you can do so. But I'd really be aggressive if you foul. Maybe you get a steal, no call.
McIntyre with it right wing. Trying to leave it off onto the block. Stolen away here by Tanner Evans.
Well, and he's tried to find Boswell a couple of times and just been off.
And they're going to get an offensive foul here against Alex Xavier Clark. His third, team's 5th.
And I don't know that Boswell was set, but I think Clark led with the forearm and pushed off a little bit as he went.
Swally will give it off here for Boswell, who will bring it across the timeline. Into the corner for Austin Pride, back to Boswell. Up top for Swally. And then picking up the foul is going to be Caden Gabbard. That'll be his second.
Well, Gabbard's clapping his hands like, I shouldn't have done that. No, I think you probably should have. But now
it'll put them into the 1-1.
Well, it does, but now you can do that whenever you're ready.
And with 1:38 left here in this fourth quarter,
you've sure got to be thinking about it,
yes,
at the very least. The
Zach
question
Pride
is,
gets it to Austin Pride.
The question may be, who do you want to foul?
Colton Swally with the basketball. And again, Northeast Nodaway will continue to run it out if you allow them to.
And you can hear Maysville starting to yell they want to foul.
Swally gets it to Austin Pride. That might be the one you want to foul. I'll get it to Zach Pride. Now trying to get it on to Swally on the baseline. And now driving in McIntyre. Can't get it to go off the glass, but it's going to go out of bounds here off of Maysville with 51.9. So not only did they waste a lot of time not able to pick up a foul, but then the ball goes out of bounds and Maysville or Northeast Nodaway allowed to inbounds again.
Yeah, I would question maybe the dry. And he's been really good tonight, but I would have questioned that decision by McIntyre.
And Boswell will be fouled here with 50.8. The foul going to go against Caden Gabbard. That'll be his third. And they'll send Boswell to the line for the 1-1. I think that's the one you don't want at the line if you're Maysville.
I was just thinking, I'm not sure that was what, with all the guys that have handled the ball.
Yeah.
In killing off about 40 seconds here, I'm not sure Boswell's the one I want to put on the line, but it may work out.
And he does miss on the first as Evans comes away with the rebound.
Don't need a 3, need the quick baskets more than a 2.
And that time Metzger able to throw it off the hand of Colton Swally out of bounds. 44 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. They'll bring in Zach Hines, who's hit 3 so far from behind the arc tonight. Metzger has hit 2. 56-51.
And he's taking the ball out of bounds. If you know who Hubie Brown is, he says some of the most dangerous guy in the out-of-bounds play is the guy that throws it in. But Northeast Nodaway back to man-to-man. I think also a good move.
Metzger from three, top of the key.
Got it
Banks
again.
in. It's a 2-point ball game.
That's 3 in a row for him, I believe.
And they'll get it to Swally. Quickly bringing it up for McIntyre. Now for Zach Pride. And they're going to say Zach Pride was out of bounds on the baseline. And this gym starting to turn electric here in King City. 56-54. 25.6 left here in the fourth quarter.
Good ball game. Let's go a little bit. I mean, you don't have to be in a big hurry, but
they'll get it to Evans up at the top of the key.
if you got a play for Metzger, he's hit 3 in a row from out there.
Little runner from the free throw line, bounces out. McIntyre with the rebound, and he'll be fouled.
That was in and out and down and just came out.
They're going to get the foul here against Alex Xavier Clark, which is his fourth. It'll send McIntyre now here to the free throw line for the 1-and-1. McIntyre so far from the free throw line tonight, 0 for 3.
And now if you're Northeast Nodaway, you got fouls to give.
Yes.
That if they try to, if you miss and they make a breakout here, and he did.
Miss off the front iron. Rebound made, though, by Zach Pride, and he'll be fouled. And Zach Pride so far tonight for Northeast Nodaway. 1 for 2 from the free throw line.
And that's sometimes why you don't pull everybody off the line. You know.
2.6 left here in the ball game. And Zach Pride misses. And a timeout called here by Maysville with 1.8. So 1.8 left in the ball game. It's a 2-point ball game in favor of Northeast Nodaway, 56-54. And we'll take a full Petty John Auto Center timeout. We'll be back with more in a moment on Albany TV.
Thank you for watching tonight's Albany TV broadcast. Don't forget to turn on your Facebook notifications to never miss out on a broadcast like this one. If you would like to be a part of our broadcast, give Jared Rolbus a call at 660-254-4800. If you have something in mind that we should broadcast or have any comments about tonight's game, you can also message us on Facebook. Thank you again for watching.
Petty John Auto Center in Bethany and Albany is a proud sponsor of Albany TV. Petty John's is your local Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealer. For new and used vehicles, certified service, and collision center, visit pettyjohnauto.com.
56-54, 1.8 left to play here in the fourth quarter. So with this, again, Northeast Nodaway has 2 fouls to give.
Well, I don't think that's going to be a factor here because they're going to have to throw it the length of the court. The question is always, do you guard the inbounder or do you play 5-on-4 back behind?
It looks like they are going to guard the inbounder with Dylan McIntyre.
Well, you're going to have a bunch of guys flying deep out of this.
And Austin Pride will be in the backcourt, and a timeout going to be called here by Northeast Nodaway. A full Petty John Auto Center timeout. We'll be back again after this quick Petty John Auto Center timeout when we come back in a moment.
Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North in Albany is your hometown trophy and award shop. Winner's Circle North makes all kinds of trophies for sports, car shows, livestock shows, baby shows, and more. Winner's Circle North also does plaques of all sizes and kinds. Want something unique? Winner's Circle North has you covered with sublimation gifts and acrylic awards. Order your trophies, awards, or one-of-a-kind items. Call Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North at 816-632-5599 or find them on Facebook at Winner's Circle North.
Looking for a new or used vehicle? Petty John Auto Center in Bethany and Albany has got you covered. Petty John's makes buying your next vehicle transparent, simple, and easy. We have no hidden fees and upfront pricing on every vehicle in stock at pettyjohnauto.com. That's pettyjohnauto.com.
1.8 remains in the ball game. Maysville with the basketball. They will have to go the full length of the court. They trail by 2. So far, Zach Heinz and Colbin Metzger have been the ones to hit the three-pointers tonight, each of them with 3.
Well, the question is, you got to throw it the length of the court. Sometimes you just want that guy at the top of the key. They're going to run some guys deep. But never underestimate the potential for human error here.
Yes. Zach Hines, three-quarter shot. No good. And that'll do it as Northeast Nodaway will pull up the victory over Maysville for the second time in 2 weeks by a final score 56-54. We're back with the BTC Bank postgame when we come back in a moment.
Show your school spirit with a BTC Bank school mascot debit card. Choose the card that fits your favorite local school, and you can earn that school extra cash. Available for new accounts or replacement cards for an existing account. Visit one of BTC Bank locations and get your school mascot debit card today, where they can instantly issue your new card. BTC Bank, community-minded just like you. Member FDIC.
Community-minded just like you. BTC Bank.
And welcome back out again here to King City. The final score, 56-54. Northeast Nodaway gets the seed upset over Maysville. And Northeast Nodaway will play against Stanberry in the championship game. That'll put Maysville and Albany in a game for the third place trophy here from King City. Again, that is a rematch from earlier in the season. Let's take a look, though, at the stats from this ball game. It was a fun one tonight. As Northeast Nodaway pulls off the win, they're led in scoring tonight by Dylan McIntyre with 22 points. 20 points for Ben Boswell, 6 points for Austin Pride, 5 points for Colton Swally, 2 points for Lane Dack, 1 point for Zach Pride. Northeast Nodaway, they shot 68% in the first half. They finished 63% as they shoot 25 for 40 from the field, 2 for 2 from behind the three-point arc, 4 for 12 from the free throw line. For Maysville, they were led in scoring tonight by Colbin Metzger with 17 points, 12 points for Tanner Evans, 11 points for Zach Hines, 6 points for Alex Xavier Clark and Dylan Willis, 2 points on the night for Caden Gabbard. Maysville shoots 20 for 55 from the field, 36%, 6 for 14 from behind the three-point arc, 8 for 11 from the free throw line.
Well, you're definitely right. That was a fun one to watch. One of the things that I really enjoyed about it was watching the adjustments, because after the first half, I thought Northeast Nodaway was going to run Maysville clear out of the gym.
Yes.
They just were able to fast break with impunity, and at halftime the adjustments were made to take away some of that interior passing that we talked about earlier, but also to be able to get back on defense. They gave away a couple of fast break layups early on and quick timeout, and all of a sudden that came to an end. And so I really enjoyed the defensive adjustments made by Coach McMillan. And then late in the game, when some of that interior passing proved to be ineffective because of all the sagging defense by the Wolverines, Coach Jackson calls a timeout, makes an adjustment. We get a wide open three-pointer.
Yes.
We drive in the lane and kick it out for an open three that was drained, which they really needed at the time. Missed some free throws down the stretch that could have put the game away, but, that stuff happens. And give Metzger a huge pat on the back, because he hit big threes and hit a runner in the middle of the lane for a two to get it down to a 2-point game. It was an interesting game to watch. It was a fun game to watch, and I guess we wish both these teams luck in their next games.
Yeah, and we do have results now of all except for the last game that was going on over in the old gym between King City South Holt. We heard it was 36-36 at the end of 3 quarters of play. Did not figure out how that one turned out. We'll try and get you that update if we can for you. But we do have the rest of the games for the girls' consolation, which will start over in the old gym Friday night, 5 o'clock. It'll be a Maysville South Holt girls' consolation game. And the old gym at 6:30. Well, the boys' consolation game will be Osborne Stewartsville boys. They'll take on that winner of that King City South Holt game. We're still awaiting a result from. And then in the old gym will be the girls' third place game at 8:30. It'll be a matchup between, or 8 o'clock, sorry, matchup between King City girls, the host of the tournament, against Osborne Stewartsville girls. We will broadcast the games here from the new gym on Friday, and we will start 5 o'clock with the boys' third place game. It'll be Albany boys versus Maysville. Again, that's a rematch from earlier in the season. Maysville was able to etch out a win over Albany. After seeing the way both teams played tonight,
Warriors are going to have their
Warriors
hands
are going to
full.
have their hands full. Yes,
They are.
I said Maysville, if they play the way they did tonight and the way the Warriors played tonight, it'll be a tough game for the Warriors in that third place game.
Yeah, I thought both teams were really impressive.
Yes.
In this last game we saw.
And then our next game will be the girls' championship game. It'll be a 6:30 start. It'll be the number 1 seed Stanbury versus the number 2 seed DeKalb, who was able to etch out a win, a comeback win at that, over Osborne Stewartsville, who played a heck of a game tonight. And DeKalb will take on Stanbury. That also could be a fun one, especially if DeKalb can hit from behind the arc like they weren't able to tonight. And then in our final game of the night, it should be a really fun one. Number 1 seed Stanbury, number 3 seed Northeast Nodaway. And that will be a fun one to see whose type of game takes over the ball game. Is it Stanbury that's able to kind of play their half-court offense and kind of slow things down, or is Northeast Nodaway able to try and run out and get Stanbury moving quickly?
Yeah, it's which team can exert its will on the others. And then the other thing, though, to be able to fast break, the first thing you got to do is be able to rebound. And,
Yes.
And you are still dealing with Austin and Tyler Schway back inside, and that may be an easier thing said than done. But
Yes.
it also may be a factor of which Northeast Nodaway team we see.
Yes.
I thought they played great in the first half. Didn't play bad in the second half. I don't mean that.
Yeah.
But I didn't think they were the same team in the second half as what we saw in the first half.
So again, for myself, Jared Romas, color commentator Mike Atkins, cameraman tonight, Brent Williams, and owners Perry and Susan Phillips. So long and good night tonight from King City. We'll see you again on Friday for Trophy Night.